Intermittent fasting. It's been a buzzword for years, but does it really live up to the hype? Everyone from celebrities to fitness influencers talks about it like it's a magic trick for weight loss. But is it really as effective as they claim? Now, let's not beat around the bush. There's a reason why intermittent fasting has gained so much popularity. And it's not just because of a few viral posts on Instagram. There's science behind it. But the real question is, does it actually work in the long run for weight loss? Is it something that will help you shed those extra pounds? Or is it just another trendy diet that fades into the background after a few months? Today, we're going to break down everything you need to know about intermittent fasting. And I promise by the end of this video, you'll have a clearer picture of whether it's right for you. Before we dive deep, if you're new here at Vital Age Nutrition, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our nutrition tips that can truly change your life. Now, let's get into it. The first thing we need to understand about intermittent fasting is what it actually is. Unlike traditional diets that focus on what you eat, intermittent fasting is all about when you eat. It involves cycling between periods of eating and fasting. There are different variations, but the most popular ones include the 16.8 method, where you fast for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window, and the 5.2 method, where you eat normally for 5 days and restrict calories on 2 non-consecutive days. But is there any real evidence that intermittent fasting can lead to weight loss? Let's break down the science. The first benefit you'll hear about is that intermittent fasting helps you reduce your calorie intake. It sounds simple, right? Fasting means fewer opportunities to eat, which naturally leads to fewer calories consumed. But here's the kicker. Studies have shown that people who follow intermittent fasting methods often end up eating less overall, even on their non-fasting days. The restriction in eating time helps prevent unnecessary snacking and mindless eating. And let's face it, a lot of the weight gain we experience isn't from the big meals, but from those extra snacks between meals. Now, does that automatically translate into weight loss? Not necessarily. Here's where it gets interesting. When you fast, your body goes into a state called ketosis, where it starts burning fat for energy instead of carbohydrates. This is why many people find intermittent fasting so appealing. It taps into your body's natural fat-burning mechanisms. But, and this is important, if you go into the eating window and binge on unhealthy food, those benefits are out the window. The idea is to maintain a balanced diet even during the eating window. So, intermittent fasting isn't an excuse to eat whatever you want. But does intermittent fasting affect your metabolism? Well, studies show that fasting doesn't slow it down, unlike some other diets that can cause a dip in metabolism. In fact, fasting can increase the levels of norepinephrine, a fat-burning hormone, which might actually help speed up fat loss. On top of that, intermittent fasting has been linked to improved insulin sensitivity, meaning your body can better manage blood sugar levels, reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes in the long run. So, now we know that intermittent fasting can lead to weight loss. But what about the long-term effects? Does it provide sustainable results? One thing to keep in mind is that, like any diet, the key to success is consistency. If you're not able to stick with the fasting schedule, the results will likely not last. But if you can incorporate it into your lifestyle and pair it with a balanced diet and regular exercise, intermittent fasting has shown to be effective over time. And the good news? You're not depriving yourself of all foods, you're just giving your body the proper time to rest and digest. But let's address the elephant in the room. There are some people who may not find intermittent fasting beneficial. If you have a history of eating disorders, or if you're someone who needs to eat more frequently due to medical reasons, intermittent fasting might not be the best option for you. Always consult with a healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your eating habits. Now, I know what you're thinking. If intermittent fasting is so effective, why doesn't everyone do it? And that's a great question. The truth is, intermittent fasting requires discipline. It's not a quick fix. It's about making a commitment to your health. And like any lifestyle change, it takes time to adjust. The first few days or even weeks might feel tough, especially when you're used to eating on a regular schedule. But with time, your body will adjust, and you might even find that you're not as hungry as you used to be. Another thing to consider is the mental clarity that some people report when fasting. Many people say they feel more focused and energized, and even studies show that fasting can have cognitive benefits. This is why intermittent fasting has gained popularity not just for weight loss, but also for its potential benefits for mental health. But again, it's important to listen to your body. If you start feeling weak or overly fatigued, it may be time to reassess. As we get closer to the end of this video, let's talk about the different types of intermittent fasting methods, so you can choose which one is right for you. The 16.8 method is a great place to start. It's one of the easiest to follow and doesn't feel too restrictive. You can still eat all of your favorite meals within an 8-hour window, and it doesn't require you to count calories. If you want something a bit more intense, the 5-2 method might work. It involves fasting for 2 days, but on those fasting days, you eat very little, usually around 500–600 calories. But keep in mind, this method might not be for everyone, especially if you have a busy schedule or a physically demanding job. Other methods include the Eat Stop Eat method, which involves a full 24-hour fast once or twice a week, or alternate day fasting, where you alternate between eating normally and fasting every other day. Some people even do a more relaxed version, where they just skip breakfast every day. The best method depends on your lifestyle and what feels sustainable for you. Remember, the goal of intermittent fasting is to find something you can stick with in the long run, not just a short-term fix. So, let's wrap it up. Does intermittent fasting help you lose weight? Yes, it can, but it's not a magic solution. It's all about how you incorporate it into your lifestyle. If you combine intermittent fasting with a healthy, balanced diet and regular exercise, you're more likely to see long-term results. And remember, it's not about starving yourself. It's about giving your body the time it needs to rest and reset. If you've tried intermittent fasting before, or if you're planning to give it a shot, let us know in the comments below what method worked best for you. Share this video with friends who might be considering fasting, and don't forget to subscribe to Vital Age Nutrition for more helpful tips. Thanks for watching, and here's to your health.